Hey guys, happy Saturday. Today we're doing Jeep things, and by that I mean we're working on stuff. Today we're going to try and do the resistor for the blower motor and the heater. This is off Amazon. There's your part number. That is the cheapest option I found, so I'm assuming that will work. Oh, and allegedly, somewhere under here. I probably should have did some work ahead of time to figure out where that's at, but we'll just learn. Today's victim is a 1992 Jeep Cherokee XJ. Well, we'll see how this goes as I dive in. So I kind of need both hands to work, so I can't really film and show you this, but took these screws out and I dropped this down just a little bit, and we'll go in. There's just that relay was just hanging in the breeze. Every time I open this thing up, I'm just finding more and more things that were done poorly. I swear I never worked on this before. But we'll zoom in. You see this connector, that silver ring there. There's a kind of grayish, blackish connector. You can see the blue wire and a brown wire. That is where that resistor is at. So I think I'll let this plastic piece hang. And I see some screws. We'll take this lower piece off, see what a guy can get to. Under the dash we go. There's that. Now this Dorman kit I bought came with a new connector. Hopefully, that looks pretty good. Not burnt. That is a first. Is that a cabin filter? I'm not gonna change that. Just like that, we're out. So the two screws that go on here, those are a 9/32 and or 7 mil. I used a 7 millimeter. I did have to loosen whatever that is, some type of diaphragm. On the back side there are two nuts that hold it in. Those are 11/32. I just took those off and just kind of rocked it up out of the way to get the back screw out. If I can get the camera in there. There's a back screw. I could not get my ratchet on there. I did use a 7 millimeter ratchet wrench, and that was able to get on there with rocking that off to the side. So let's try and set that down. Well, maybe not. The important thing to do is we're going to compare. Yeah, there. I get a sticker? Never get stickers. I got a new plug. Save on that. Let's open this baby up. Be careful with our electrical parts. There we go. That out of there. There we go. I tend to buy stuff that's usually wrong. So those plugs are all the same. Let's look at that. Other than being rusty. Nothing looks blown. How does that compare? Oh, this one's fancy. Springs, wire. It does look a little different, but not enough to concern me. Slapping it in. There are a few differences as I put that in. If you remember, the new one had that cage or a little bracket behind it, so I actually had to pull this out of the holes, which right there is where it sets, just to get that in there. And then that cage kind of binds on the plastic behind here, so when you get it in, it doesn't want to sit in we're in the position of the old one, so you got to kind of force it and rock it a little bit. I don't like the way that fits, but it should clear everything. It did sink in just fine. So I'm gonna start putting her back together, see what happens. All right, so the initial issue was I had heat, but I only had high. We had a real cold snap. When that came through, it made my blower motor kind of squeak, and I went back out and all I had was high. So I'm hoping it's just that resistor. So let's go low, heat. I don't hear much. There we go. There's high. Yeah. I got it. Alrighty, that was the fix. Thanks for watching.